Good evening, and thank you to all who are joining us in person. I see so many Webster students, and so go Gorlocks. And I'm sure the many as have joined us all day today in the live stream and in the online environment, thank you all for being part of this evening's conference keynote. It has been a wonderful, wonderful day at Webster University, doing what an educational institution is about, learning. And learning about ourselves, learning about each other, learning, in President Schuster's words for the closing this afternoon, how to be a more diverse, equitable, inclusive community, whether we're talking about right here in St. Louis, where this campus has made its home for over 100 years, or whether we're talking about all the places that Webster students make their homes on 4 continents, North America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. Throughout the world, we seek to build a strong and hope-filled community where everyone is included and feels a sense of belonging in their most genuine selves. So it's certainly fitting tonight that we award the 2022 Game Changer to an individual who has made it her work now to help all of us understand aspects of diversity, equity, and inclusion that might have been overlooked or ignored. Day 1 of our DEI conference has been a wonderful day of learning, reflection, and inspiration, and there's still much more to come this evening and again tomorrow. It's also a time to celebrate those who advance greater diversity, equity, and inclusion in very meaningful ways. And so it's a pleasure tonight to share a bit about our 2022 Game Changer of the Year, a familiar face from 5 on your side, Michelle Lee. At the end of a New Year's Day food traditions segment, 5 on your side anchor Michelle Lee shared what seemed to be an innocuous comment about her New Year's food tradition. She said, "I ate dumpling soup. That's what a lot of Korean people do." Following her broadcast, Michelle received a hateful, racist voicemail from a viewer saying she was being very Asian and should keep her Korean to herself. Well, that message was, of course, particularly painful for Michelle because traditions of her heritage were missing in her early years. She was adopted and raised by a white family in Missouri, but later was able to reconnect with her Korean family in 1998, a good piece of news. Since meeting those biological parents, she has intentionally rebuilt her connection to her roots by incorporating Korean culture into her daily life and holiday traditions. Well, following the criticism, Michelle shared a video of her listening to the voicemail. This exploded on social media, inspiring thousands to use the hashtag #VeryAsian to share their own heritage and traditions and prompting heartfelt messages from viewers really around the globe. Michelle was inspired to create the Very Asian Foundation, which received $15,000 in funding from the Ellen DeGeneres Show. Yeah, good result, isn't it? Yeah. She plans to continue raising funds for the Asian American Journalists Association and other causes that support Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. As she puts it, it just felt really like this racist, ugly phone call ended up being a real gift. Well, a gift to all of us. And so for her courage and steadfastness in turning this derogatory, hateful attack into an inspiring moment of pride and awareness building, Michelle Lee is Webster University's recipient of the 2022 Game Changer of the Year Award, and please join me in congratulating her.
Oh my gosh, thank Thank you so much. It's so funny because I get so nervous when I see eyeballs back at me, even though I talk for a living every day. I just want to say thank you. I am so honored and humbled, and I really can't explain what is going on in my life right now. I had this whole speech written, and I'm just going to chuck it. It doesn't matter. You know, to me, it's really about being able to bring your full humanity to the table, right? We can't help where we were born or what we look like or who raised us, but when we walk out of the door every day, people might have an opinion on us. And so for me, it's really important to be confident in who we are. And if we're intentional about who we are, then it's really no one's business, you know, on how we present ourselves to the world. And it's really helpful when people are supportive and let us live our lives. You know, let us live our genuine, authentic lives and support each other in that mission. And to me, the Variation movement is so much more than just being Variation. I kind of joked with people, when you say variation really fast, it sounds like variation, you know? And we're all just variations of each other, right? So, I mean, when you look at it from the dumpling standpoint, oh my gosh, every culture has a dumpling. And who doesn't like dumplings? They're delicious. But I think that's so much to be said about the solidarity posts that we were also getting. You know, people were using the hashtag #VeryAsian and using it as a celebratory, you know, as a celebration of who they are. But then also, there were so many incredible solidarity posts. I had so many people respond to me who said, I'm not Asian, but I support you. I am #VeryJewish, #OpenlyBlack. I also had people who felt like they had never been seen before, which I just thought was incredible. Transracial adoptees, people who are of mixed race, people who are in the LGBTQ community, people who felt like they maybe hadn't had a voice within the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander community. And even as a mom of a mixed race son, he's going to have different experiences than I will, but I'm the only Korean-looking person in his family, so I want to make sure that when he goes out into the world, he's full of confidence and that he feels good about himself, because I've certainly made myself small and felt ashamed of being this. When I think, why? I should be proud of who I am, but this is the struggle, you know, growing up, navigating the world, navigating racism, and then to think that some people get hurt or killed because a racist is annoyed with them, you know? So to me, I feel like we can really make this moment into a movement. And I joked, when my 15 minutes is up, I mean, is it up yet? It might be up already. That when it's up, we will still have this really great organization in St. Louis to support the St. Louis community and to be friends and allies to those who want to live their authentic selves. And I think that we deserve that. We deserve that as human beings, to be able to live who we are and celebrate it. So thank you so much for this award. I'm still shocked, but I'm very appreciative. So thank you.